Hare Krishna. So let's begin. Shesha Shesha Mukha Vyakhya Chaturye Tveka Vakrataha Dadanam Adbhutam Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Okay. May I request Lalit Prabhu, Lalit Patil Prabhu, to please help me with the overview of the chapter 7, Prabhu. Is there Lalit Prabhu available? Okay. Dheeraj Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. You didn't hear? Can you just help me with the overview of chapter 7, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Can I get the screens, Prabhuji?
Screen?
Yeah, just I open the words.
Okay. Somebody else.
Chapter 7, 1 to 7, know Krishna in full by hearing about him. 8 to 12, knowing Krishna as the source of both material and spiritual energies. 13 to 14, the three modes are controlled by Krishna, therefore surrender unto him. 15 to 19, four kinds of people who do not surrender, and four kinds of people who do surrender. 20 to 25, those who surrender to Krishna, Krishnetara, demigod worshippers and impersonalists whose surrender is misplaced. And 26 to 30, bewilderment of the living entity and knowledge of the Krishna.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. So we are almost entering into the last section of this chapter. So yesterday we saw this. Those people who do not, who surrender to something else or somebody else apart from Krishna. That is the demigod worshippers and the impersonalists, or one who's meditating on the impersonal aspect of the Lord. These two. So means they are surrendering, but they are surrendering to demigods and this thing. So anybody would like to add yesterday, what was the contrast thing that we saw when it comes into demigod worship? Three main things we saw in that. Anyone?
Demigod worship, Prabhuji.
Raise Abhishek Prabhu, raise your hands. See, we should follow this protocol of raising the hands. Huh? Otherwise, we just open and start speaking. I don't understand in the screen who's speaking. Okay. Yes, Abhishek Prabhu. Abhishek.
Prabhuji, like we saw that Krishna is the only one who gives the direction to these worshippers to come to demigod, means he gives the path. Second thing is that he gives the faith to that worshippers to have faith in the demigod. And third thing was about he only gives the benediction.
Yeah, through the demigods. Okay, so when you said he gives the path, what does it mean he giving the path means? Where does he give the path?
Path in the sense maybe giving them that again it will
No,
contradict.
Upasana Kand. It is mentioned in the scriptures, in the Vedas. The demigod worship is mentioned, right? The yajnas are done for the demigods, right? So that's what it is. Where it is coming from, Vedas. Who gave the Vedas? From it's coming from the Lord. It's as simple as that. Okay, good. Somebody else. How does the Lord make the faith, achala faith for that demigod? Yeah, Aradhan Prabhu.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
How does he make the faith towards the demigod? How does he do that?
No, sir.
Okay, Himanshu Prabhu.
Prabhuji, is Krishna is seated on the heart, and Krishna know their desire.
So seated in the heart, what? I
Is
need
it
only one
Paramatma
word. Yeah, just say Paramatma. That's all. That is sufficient. Paramatma, simple. In the demigod's heart also Paramatma is sitting. Demigod is not sitting as Paramatma in the heart of the living entity. So it's a Lord. I said it is his welfare, selflessness. If not me, no worries. You go to the demigods. They are like the appointed ministers in the universal running. Even they can provide you if you don't want to come to me. right? That thing. Good. And third thing is so can somebody say what will be the destination? Destination. Okay, Anil Sahu Prabhu.
Krishna said that if you worship the demigod, then you can go to the demigod Loka. If you worship me, then you can come to me.
Okay. And the benedictions are provided by the Lord ultimately. So one should think path is provided by the Lord, faith is provided by the Lord, benedictions are given by the Lord. Then why should I worship the demigods? However, all of us should understand one should not disrespect the demigods. That does not mean that I don't worship. That does not mean that we disrespect. We should see them as the limbs of the what you call Supreme Personality of Godhead, who have been appointed by the Lord. They have a particular role in this world to play. And one who is in knowledge will never disrespect. As we all know that there will be somebody of big in the hierarchy line, somebody may be in the government, somebody may be DSP, DG, or whatever may be. Somebody may be a simple constable, but still, because it's the power, that position has to be valued. Even a traffic policeman, we know that if he puts it hand, you may be a 5-star owner, you may be builder or whatever may be. If he puts his hand stretched, you have to stop your vehicle. Why? Value for this thing. So similarly, we should respect the demigods. However, we should not go to the other side of also. They are the thing. That is another kind of this thing. So yes, covering. And then we saw that even the impersonal, they think that there is something called impersonal first. From that, the personality has come, and that is Krishna. And he is having special features. Namam Dushkritrano Mudha, like that. That category. No, sorry. This category of people have that knowledge, but their feeling is that the impersonal aspect is supreme. Like that. Avajananti Mamuda. So like that. Manushintan. They think that I have taken this form of human. So that's all. Now coming to 25th in this section. So and then after this we'll see that how the bewilderment and elevation of the living entity. Okay, today's verse 25. नाहं प्रकाशः सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृतः मूढोऽयं नाभिजानाति लोको मामजम् अव्ययम्. Okay. Can I request Bibhu Prabhu. Translation.
I am
Okay. Maybe.
I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them I am covered by internal potency, and therefore they do not know what I am unborn and inexhaustible.
That I am unborn and inexhaustible. Okay, thank you. So here Krishna is saying, Naham Prakasha Sarvasya. He said that I am not manifest to all. Yogamaya Samavrataha. I am covered by my Yogamaya, my own internal energy. Like that. But who then? Then the Mudha. I am Mudha. This Mudha means you can say the previous ones also. The what do you call? Krishna says Alpamedas just before he said na Alpameda for the demigod worshippers. Also Mudha, and you can put the Mudas, even those 4 who are unsurrendered to the Lord. They are also Mudas. They do not understand, and even the impersonalists, they also do not understand. Mudhoyam nabhijanati lokomamajam avyayam. Although I am unborn and eternal, or say do not understand that aspect. Okay, purport. Okay, Aradhan Prabhu.
It may be argued that since Krishna was visible to everyone when he was present on this earth, how can it be said that he is not manifest to everyone? But actually, he was not manifest to everyone. When Krishna was present, there were only a few people who could understand him to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the assembly of Kurus, when Shishupal spoke against Krishna's being elected president of the assembly, Bhishma supported him and proclaimed him to be the supreme god. Similarly, the Pandavas and few others knew that he was the supreme, but not everyone. He was not revealed to the non-devotees and the common man. Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that but for his pure devotees, all men consider him to be like themselves. He was manifest only to his devotees as the reservoir of all pleasure. But to others, to unintelligent non-devotees, he was covered by his internal potency. In the prayers of Kunti in Srimad Bhagavatam 1:8-19, it is said that the Lord is not covered by a curtain of Yoga Maya, and
Maya
thus
Javani
ordinary people
Kachannam.
cannot,
He says that. Maya Javani Kachannam. That is the verse. Okay.
and thus ordinary people cannot understand him. This Yoga Maya curtain is also confirmed in Isha Upanishad Mantra 15, in which devotees praise Hiranyamaya Patre Na Satya
Satyas
Shapitam
apitam
Mukham
mukham tatvam
Ham
poshana pavranu
Pam
satya dharmaya
Dharma
drishtaye.
Drishtaye. O my Lord, you are the maintainer of entire universe, and the devotional service to you is the highest religious principle. Therefore, I pray that you will also maintain me. Your transcendental form is covered by Yoga Maya. The Brahma Jyoti is the covering of internal potency. May you kindly remove this glowing effulgence that impedes me seeing your Satchidananda Vigraha, your eternal form of bliss and knowledge.
Yeah. So one time, okay, one. Why Krishna is not manifest to anyone, everyone? Prabhupada was explaining that. It cannot be. But still, the question comes is, anybody, why Krishna, why he should not be manifest to everyone? He should be there, right? He's everything. He's telling, I am basis this, that, everything he's saying. But what is the difficulty? Anyway, he's Lord, right? What is the difficulty? Why he don't manifest himself to everyone? Yeah, Deepak, Prabhu.
So the Lord says in like, Ye yathamam prapadante tam tathantyam.
Good.
So
Okay.
as a person surrender, he reveals.
Okay, very good. Any more? Why he has to cover himself? Yes, Abhishek, Prabhu.
What I feel is that it is means it is creating problem for their free will. Like suppose I wanted to enjoy, and if Krishna is revealing myself, then I may not be able to enjoy.
Good, good. Very nice. You have come close to a famous verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is almost telling the same thing. Good. Very nice. Yes. Because Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andhakar, Yaha Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Radhikar. If the sun rises, where will be the darkness? Similarly, if the son of Krishna, if Krishna himself is appeared everywhere, then where will the living entity scope? He will understand Krishna. He will serve Krishna. But he has his own program. Then there should be darkness. Or what I mean to say is then the covering. That is, he is having relish of Maya. I mean, he is supposed to enjoy in our manifestation. So that is one of the reasons where Krishna doesn't manifest, because he's providing that facility for the living entity. One time, one of the reporter asked Prabhupada, why he doesn't manifest himself to everyone if he's God? Prabhupada said, because he keeps the right to himself whether to reveal or conceal him. It depends upon his own sweet will. See, in this world we find a person keeps a right to reveal himself all, not to others. Is it not? Why not the Lord then? पर्सन है ना, बोलने के बाद भी लोग नहीं बोलते हैं अपने बारे, and the people just speak because of their sweet will. Then why not Lord according to his sweet will? So now like people even say that but people sometimes even say, we find that people demand saying that show me God. If there is God, show me God. He has to come in front of me. Or many kind of logics, many kinds of challenges has been also portrayed, even sometimes before devotees or something like that. See, but Lord is, Prabhupada used to say, Lord is not your servant. that he has to follow your order. That was sometimes Prabhupada used to say. And similarly, people have that same thing. Why he doesn't reciprocate? Why he doesn't come in front of me? You see, Krishna doesn't reciprocate of whatever our spoken desires. He sees our overall mentality also. He can, yes, do give access. Why he gives access to his pure devotees, right? Even in this material world, they are able to see him. He's already sitting in the heart of everybody. The attitude, if the attitude is of defense, offense, trying to prove, not of depend upon him and beg for access, and then surely, ultimately, actually we are Anu, he's Vibhu, right? So how can Anu demand? How can we say the sun to rise according to our will? Even in the darkness in the night, if you say I cannot see the sun, okay, wait. Let the sun, it will rise by its own sweet will, and then you will be able to see. Sometimes even devotees, I am sadhaka now, Prabhu. Actually, I am wanting Krishna only because I have understood bhakti now. But please, I don't understand. I pray so much that please give me some experience, Krishna. Give me some realization, some taste for Nam, Guna, Rupa, Leela. So Krishna says, only lip service will not work. Do show it by your endeavors, by your practice. So times our prayers can be hollow. There can be prayers, but there it cannot be. It may not be intense. It may be just hollow with our lips. But if a devotee comes, and similarly, let us say suddenly when the devotee is praying like that, and then devotee comes suddenly and says, "Prabhuji, can you do this seva?" Then immediately we start thinking, "Isko मैं ही मिला था क्या?" As I said, only in pure devotee's case, Krishna directly reciprocates. But in a sadhaka's case, Krishna will reciprocate through the devotees only, through the Guru, through the Vaishnavas or element, because they will engage us, they will testify us, they will do. So that's how it's very important that, what do you call it? So that one has to be sincere and intense in his prayers and surely our acharyas have promised, and there is a progressive path, all of us know, from Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, all that things is there, and in the last there is Bhava and Prema. In Prema level, what does he do? He has the darshan of the Lord directly. So like that. So all the stages, if we read from Madhurya Kadambini, we get, and there is a process, there is a way to get the darshan of the Lord. Our heart should be clean. Our, what you call, association with the devotees. So all things have been detailedly described. Madhurya Kadambini is one of the best books if one feels that how to see Krishna. So like that. So, and so he covers himself from this. So one should also understand that this covering does not mean that whether she is covering Krishna. No. See, just like sun, the cloud is also coming. The source of the cloud is also sun, and at the same time, the cloud cannot cover the sun, but it can cover the vision of the observer towards the sun. Yeah, because at a particular point when the cloud comes, that means from the living entity's point of view, he cannot access this. But that does not mean that Krishna is not seeing him. No, for him, because none of his energies can overpower him until unless his sweet will, if he wants to. But otherwise, no, because no energy, it is his energy, and every energy is under him. So this covering is for the living entity's access. That is what it is. That's why Prabhupada gave in the purport also that he's saying that although Krishna was present in this, not all, he gives access to not to everyone. Now one may question also, but when Leelas, when Krishna does Leela or Krishna manifests, when he came, everybody saw, no, Prabhu. Duryodhana saw, and many other demons also saw, and also, oh, that seeing is also not seeing only. Why? What did they see? What was their conclusion? What was the conclusion? Let us say somebody is diseased. Somebody is diseased, and then you put, particularly that famous example of somebody is having jaundice, you put sweet. Its body is full of pitta, body is full of, this bile juice. Even in your tongue, although that it is sweet, but you feel it bitter. Similarly, Krishna is sweet. The devotees, he comes in front of the devotees, he comes in front of the demons. Yes, as an external feature, he has access to both. But is it access? The access is the sweetness of Krishna, that he is Lord. That's how, when the devotees see, they are in jubilation. When the demons see, they still feel that, okay, what? This is a Jadugar. Even after Krishna showing universal form, what is Arjuna's conclusion? And what is Duryodhana's conclusion? In one sense, Duryodhana also saw. But what was his conclusion? So even the other meaning of one cannot access even the Lord is there. Simply, even Modi is there, let us say. If you don't have any knowledge about Modi, if he's coming and sitting beside you also, how does it matter? Because you don't know anything about him. Anything about him. Similarly, that's how with the Lord, when he's come as incarnation, why demons do not they feel he is simply an extraordinary person with extra powers? That's it. Good fighter, good little personality. And similarly, current also, the demons, in the sense, those who what do you call, defy God, they say he's a good historical person. He was having a city of Dwarka, and all those things, conception comes. Conception comes. Why? As we previously seen, only the living entity is in the modes, under the modes, clutches of the modes. How can he understand somebody who's beyond the modes? Not so easy. So that is the conclusion. So, so next coming. So here again, next verse when we see, then Krishna. Is Krishna not knowing everything that is? Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana. Okay. Kartik Mahapatra.
Translation. O Arjun, is a supreme personality of Godhead. I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me no one knows.
Yeah, Krishna is saying, Vedaham, I know, Samatitani, the past. He knows Vartamani, present. He says Bhavishyani, the future. And all the living entities also. He knows all the living entities also. But me, Mam, to Veda, na Kaschana. But me, nobody knows. Nobody knows in full. Who can know Krishna in full? By the time, and Krishna's qualities, Krishna's beauty, everything is expanding moment after moment after moment. By the time you describe current moment, is already expanded, or everything has increased beyond. So what can you glorify, or how much you can know? We do not, to be frank with, in Bhagavatam, if you go at one place, it is, I think Sudhir Goswami says, or Sudha Goswami says, he says that in the fifth canto, even if you spend one life of Brahma's day, but it means one of them, it's very difficult to understand the material world only. What to speak of understanding Krishna's spiritual world and everything. You see, there's direct verse itself. It speaks about it. You cannot understand even Maya properly. What to speak of understanding Krishna? And I mean, in the sense, but if he allows, if his mercy is there, yes, sure. As far as he can, he allows. Knowing Krishna fully, it's not easy. So, because the Acharyas also say that why this verse is coming, because if a living entity can be covered by Maya, like the previous verse, and fall into ignorance, does that happen to Krishna? No. This is the answer. No. That doesn't happen to Krishna. Why? Because Maya is inferior to Krishna, and he's controlled. He's the controller of Maya, and she carries out its orders. Nothing. So, and then he's showing, that is why he's saying, oh, I know past, I know present, I know future, and I know all the living entities, whole histories, everything I know. So that's how he's concluding this verse, saying that. So don't think that I have been covered. The vision of the living entity is covered. Okay. Some new devotee. Karuna Brajesh Prabhu. Are you there? Okay. Nayan Patil Prabhu. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat.
Purport. Here, the question of personality and impersonality is clearly stated. If Krishna, the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, were Maya, material, as the impersonalists consider him to be, then, like the living entity, he would change his body and forget everything about his past life. Anyone with a material body cannot remember his past life, nor can he foretell his future life, nor can he predict what will happen in his present life. Therefore, he cannot know the events of past, present, and future. Unless one is liberated from material contamination, he cannot know past, present, and future.
Yeah, a classical lines Prabhupada has written. See, simple Prabhupada gives very nice logic. Krishna has Sachidananda form, and that's how he remembers, he knows everything. And our condition in our condition, firstly we are Anu, secondly we are entrapped in the body, and the body is material, and material doesn't have anything related to it, cannot carry that aspect of we forget what we have eaten day before yesterday, what were we doing day before yesterday at this time, or kya kehte hain? It becomes very difficult for us to small things also. If you just try to remember what was the exact thing that you were doing yesterday at 8 p.m. in the night, or 8 p.m. 30 and 8 p.m. 15 minutes, something like that. Anything you check, you don't even remember what to speak of, Whereas Krishna is remembering everything, practically everything. Oh, our whole history he remembers, which nobody knows, and what we are going to do in future also. Practically, that is the glory of the Lord. So that's why he's not having this difficulty. Okay, continue to read it. Nayan Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. His presence in every living entity
No.
as super soul.
Read this,
Sorry.
which is
Certainly. Okay. As it is stated in the third verse of this chapter.
Prabhu, please
certainly
read. You are not know what you are supposed to read in the class.
I am not able to. I couldn't get where exactly I stopped. Now
No, but on the screen, whenever all of you remember on the screen, whatever is a shaded portion that you are supposed to read.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the class, in the beginning of the section, in the beginning of this whole our Bhagavad Gita section, I stated that. Okay.
Certainly, the transcendental body of Sri Krishna is not perishable. He is just like the sun, and Maya is like a cloud. In the material world, we can see that there is the sun, and that there are clouds and different stars and planets. The clouds may cover all these in the sky temporarily, but this covering is not only apparent to our limited vision. Is only apparent to our limited vision.
Yeah.
The sun, moon, and stars are not actually covered. Similarly, Maya cannot cover the Supreme Lord by his internal potency. He is not manifest to the less intelligent class of men.
Yeah. Okay. So after this, next Krishna says that, okay, next 4 verses coming down, how and when the living entities become covered by Maya, that section he says. Then he will explain how they can become free from Maya also. That is continuation of that. This is the reason. Ichchadvesha samuthena dvandamohena bharata sarvabhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa. Okay, Akshay Ghatale Prabhu.
Translation: O Scion of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities, arisen from desire and hate.
Oh, it's very clear. There is sammoha of the living entity. Sarva bhutani sammoham. All are in this battle. Everybody is born in sammoha. Is an illusion. Why? Ichha. And in that illusion there is ichha, dvesha, and samuthaya. Then what? As soon as what do you call? That is nothing but Dvanda. That is nothing but Dvanda. This is, so he says that. Yeah. Okay, read it. Continue to read it.
Perfect. The real constitutional position of the living entity is that of subordination to the Supreme Lord, who is pure knowledge. When one is deluded into separation from this pure knowledge, he becomes controlled by the illusionary energy and cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The illusionary energy is manifested in the duality of desire and hate.
Okay. Now,
Pure devotees who are not deluded or contaminated by desire and hate can understand that Lord Sri Krishna appears by his internal potencies. But those who are deluded by the duality and nescience think that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is created by material energies. This is their misfortune. Such deluded person symptomatically dwell in dualities of dishonor and honor, misery and happiness, woman and man, good and bad, pleasure and pain, etc., thinking, this is my wife, this is my house, I am the master of this house, I am the husband of this wife. These are the dualities of delusion. Those who are so deluded by dualities are completely foolish and therefore cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
yeah, because if you are in Sammoha and if you are in Dvandva and having different desires, then it becomes very difficult for the jiva. We are all born in illusion, that is very clear. Where does it come from? Krishna uses the words here, sammoha and dvanda moha, by the combinations of ichha and dvesha. Now, ichha and dvesha can refer to many things. In this world also we have ichha, and immediately there is liking for the item, at the same time there is dislike for the same item. I have food and you like some nice sweet, you take more. After some time the same item becomes like, oh, disgusting, I cannot take it more. Same mind which is saying, you eat it, hanker for it. After some time it will go to the other side of the pendulum saying, why did you eat it? Or hey, it doesn't taste good now. Ichha can refer to even desire to enjoy separately from Krishna. That is nothing but separately from Krishna. And Dvesha may refer to the, what you call, sentiment or the hatred about Krishna's position. Why he should be the only enjoyer? Why I cannot be the enjoyer? And generally, we have Ichha for what we like, as I said, and Dvesha for what we don't like. So, and in this world, it is like we suffer when we are, what you call, having some undesirable thing. And we also suffer when we are separated from the desirable thing. So I desire sweet today, but it's not there. I do not want bitter gourd today, but it is there, something like that. So both ways we suffer. By having an undesirable thing we suffer, and being separated from the desirable thing we also suffer. वो क्यों नहीं था आज? मैंने सोचा था वही बनाएंगे आज. Thus, we start labeling things in this world according to our likes and dislikes. So this ichha and dvesha lead to dvanda in this material world. That's why we felt this world is completely, this word is used always, duality, illusion of dualities. The whole material world is nothing but having duality, like that. Okay. And or in one sense, difference between Dvanda Moha and Sammoha is like the foundation itself is like a person. He wants to watch a movie. That itself is an like platform for Sammoha, illusion. And again, when he enters the movie, he again enters into another illusion of Dvanda and Moha, because in the movie he starts identifying himself with the heroes, and sometimes we all know that in the movie when somebody is watching, he takes side of the hero. Anything happening with the hero, he feels it very comfortable. Anything not happening well with the hero, he feels little unhappy and all. He starts putting himself into this all dualities. Similarly, we find not only theaters, anywhere we find that even cricket matches are there. Oh, India came till final and lost. People are, I mean, emotionally hurt so badly. and somebody doesn't know anything, he's hardly bothered about it. So anyway, so that's how the living entity also identifies himself, and he puts his consciousness on different, or all these different things in this material world, and then always struggling in these dualities of ichha and dvesh, ichha and dvesh. So like that. So that is going on. And where is it? It is time immemorial. It is difficult to know from when his history, as I previously said also. Very difficult to know the history of the living entity from when this is happening. So like that. So this verse is talking about that thing. And now the question comes is next verse will talk is, okay, whether anybody has come out of this illusion and become a devotee. Okay, you are saying, okay, so that's how the material world is made up of, Maya is made up of, dualities are there, Dvanda is there, everything, all this thing is okay. But is there any, what do you call, somebody has come out of it? That Krishna will tell in the next verse. So verse, I am coming back to verse 25 is talking, I am not visible to everyone. Verse 26 is saying that, but I know everything. I know the past, present, and future. I know all the living entities. Verse 27 is saying how all living entities are deluded. And now verse 28 will tell how is there anyone capable of overcoming illusion? Yes, it can come. How? See this. Esham tvantagatam papam jananam punykarmanam te dvandamoha nirmukta bhajante mama vrata. See, he's saying very nice. That people have done in the past, that thing is going to tell. Okay, our Gautam Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated, are freed from the dualities of delusion, and they engage themselves in my service with determination.
Yeah. Okay. Please read this also.
Those eligible for elevation to the transcendental position are mentioned in this verse. For those who are sinful, atheistic, foolish, and deceitful, it is very difficult to transcend the duality of desire and hate. Only those who have passed their lives in practicing the regulative principles of religion, who have acted piously, and who have conquered sinful reactions can accept devotional service and gradually rise to the pure knowledge of Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Okay. So this verse is speaking about the eligibility, how one can practice Dhrida Vrata is the main word that we'll see. So, but those who are sinful, atheistic, foolish, deceitful, all these categories we have seen in the past, in the previous verses also. The four who do not surrender, they come in the category of atheist comes there, foolish comes there, all this. And but those who are started practicing their life and started practicing their bhakti, with what we are practicing in sadhana bhakti, following four regulative principles nicely, and at the same time taking the right aspect of surrendering to Krishna by chanting the holy names and all that. So the sinful reactions are conquered, and one grows in his or advances in his path of Krishna consciousness. Okay, please complete this.
It is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.2 that if one actually wants to be liberated, he must render service to the devotees. Mahat Sevan Dvaram Ahur Vimukte. But one who associates with materialistic people is on the path leading to the darkest region of existence. Tamodvaram Yositam Sangi Sangam. All the devotees of the Lord traverse this earth just to recover the conditioned souls from their delusion. The impersonalists do not know that forgetting their constitutional position as subordinate to the Supreme Lord is the greatest violation of God's law. Unless one is reinstated in his own constitutional position, it is not possible to understand the Supreme Personality or to be fully engaged in his transcendental loving service with determination.
With determination. Thank you very much for it. So this verse, if we again see, Esham tu anta gatam papam, he says that. So when we see this verse, it appears like Jananam punya karma, Yedvanta moha, nirmukta, bhajante maam dridhavat. So seeing the verse, one may feel that that one's sins has to be completely, one should be free from all the sins. And then only when the moha is gone, and then only he can practice bhajan very determined. So it may appear like that. So how many of you agree with that? Yes, first our sins has to be completely eradicated and free from dualism, and then they themselves engage in my determination. How many of you feel that? Yes, first our sins has to be clear completely by acting in this life or previously, and then we can practice Dridabhuta. Anyone? Yeah, Shantanu Prabhu.
Guruji, it's a simultaneous process. To the degree the sinful reactions go away, to that degree we become more determined in the service of Lord.
Okay, good. So, but Punya Karmana here it is saying, so does it mean that one has to have Punyas before we starting, nice Punyas before we starting Bhakti? So, or you are putting a precondition that Pap has to be, one should get rid of Papa before one starts devotional service? That's what it
Guruji,
becomes.
the power of Bhakti and association of devotees, like the
No,
mercy
that
itself.
is okay. That is okay. But the first thing is this a precondition? That's what I'm asking. Saying now versus saying now.
Yeah.
So
in one sense, yes, because the sukruti of the living entity has to be there so that he can accept to act in a determining way in Krishna consciousness.
No. The question is whether his papa has to be completely done. We are talking about positive aspect.
Not
You are adding
completely.
positive.
Not completely. That's what that the degree.
Can a papi come to bhakti or not? Let us say not a degree only. Let us say he has not done. Can anybody come to bhakti?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So papa, antagatam papa. Papa is a pre-requirement, then it becomes. Anil Sahu.
Yes, Prabhuji, anyone can come in bhakti.
Then, but here it is antagatam papam.
This is a continuation process, Prabhuji. They will come, then.
I am asking about initial point. Continuation, everybody knows that. As we practice, our papas will be gone and everything will be gone. Okay, Mandar.
Hare Krishna, Bhaji. So here, these 2-3 things are simultaneously mentioned. It is mentioned that Bhajante Mam Dridha Vrata means that person is actually doing bhakti of Krishna from initially only. So determination is not doing, but is doing some bhakti. And Papa is getting reduced, but at the same time, he is also engaged in devotional service. Or now here, Punya Karmana, if means directly, if I say wording to wording, so Punya Karmana means some pious thing he is doing, some devotion unto Krishna like that he is doing. Something.
Very good. Yeah, come.
But here already he is Bhajante Mam Dridha. Only determination is not there, but he is doing bhakti.
Exactly. Good. Thank you very much, Prabhu. So the point is like this. Yeah, as Prabhu also summarized, it means that one whose sins are destroyed to a large extent. But however, does not, you see, what does it mean is like this. Otherwise, you see, the hippies, how could they become, they were anyway sinful. See, for coming into the path of bhakti, there is no restriction, or not any for any living entity or anybody. Nobody, anybody can take to devotional service. There is no, he may have zero of anything, zero even hardly anything. He may be fully sinful also. That is the power, that is the glory of bhakti. Anybody can come to the door of bhakti. Yes, entry door is open for anybody. That's not at all a problem. And after that, when he enters, after that, when he enters the mercy of, how does it come? Usually, it's very clear. It doesn't come by his own. It's the mercy of great souls. When he comes in the great souls, just by taking their darshan, he gets punya credits. This punya here, what is this talking? Not about the normal punya what we spoke in karma kanda. If you do good, some punya will. No, this is called bhakti and moksha krata. Why? Because they come in touch with the pure devotees of the Lord. And then that Sukriti is added, surely. And after that, when he's practicing, no? when he's practicing, that is why Prabhupada accepted anybody who's coming there. He gave you see, what was given? Holy name was given, what do you call, the teachings of the Lord. It was given in their hand. Given in their hand. Was Papa completely gone in there? No. Still, we find that some of his disciples had tendencies, had this thing. So that's why Prabhupada said, after when he gave Diksha, then what did he say? Okay. At the same time, follow 4 regulative principles very strongly. Why? 4 regulative principles will help one to cut down any sinful action that may come up. It means that one whose sins are destroyed to a large extent, means after coming to bhakti, in order to practice that bhakti with dridhavrita, with complete determination and advance, if sins are not destroyed, one cannot continue to do bhakti. If sins are not destroyed, that's why you find that if one has to progress and practice bhakti with determination, one has to get rid of sins. That is very important. Because if we continue to practice bhakti at the same time have papa also, it is like igniting the fire and pouring water. Igniting the fire and pouring water. So that is why it's very important. And that's why when this 4 regulatory principles, actually it helps you to bring you to the platform of Sattva Guna, which is very favorable and conducive for one's practice of bhakti. So that's why we find that after so many years also, if somebody is finding that, what do you call, why I'm not determinedly practicing it, and check it, whether it is still, am I still hooked to the sinful activities of the past? I'm still having that hovering those inclination very strongly in my heart and all those things. Yeah, quite possible. That may be also possible. So that's how. So to the degree, of course, one has to continue to practice bhakti, and eventually, what do you call, the sins will get. But yes, there should be a conscious endeavor to not to perform any sinful activity. That's why this 4 regular principles, one is bound in that. So that at least, because if there is no sin, the heart is pure. Sin means what? Want to do something, as Prabhupada was mentioning, want to not follow the orders of the Lord, doesn't want to follow the orders of Guru, do something else of his own. Whereas at least the regulative principles bind you to follow process. Why? Because Prabhupada knew, Acharyas knew, to live a sinless life, these 4 aspects has to be very nicely followed, because these are the pillars of sinful life. And you see, your bhakti will not be gone, but because one has begun bhakti, it will be there, but it becomes stunted. It will not grow. It will not grow. That is the difficulty. So in order to practice determiningly, following 4 regulative principles and all other whatever is there, which will enter into the sinful zone, that is very important. Dheeraj Prabhu, maybe you have to wake up. Yeah. I mean, I do understand. I'm not a speaker who can put into attention of all, but that is what to do. But sorry, I had to help my own self also. So Dhrida Vrita. So that's why this verse is talking about, when it is saying Antagatam Papam, means after coming to bhakti, yeah. So our what you call, maximum portion of this thing should be completed, and then slowly, one day at the level of Nishtha, zero. Basically, Dhrida Vrita means it is talking of the level of Nishtha from bhakti point of view. Till the time you don't come to Nishtha, how will you develop Ruchi, Asakti, and we will go to the further stages of Prema and Bhav? No question. No question only. That's how. Because at Nishtha level, yes, Dvanda Moha Nirmukta. It's very clear what is what. So Papa life, means what I mean, as I previously said, 2 things will not go. Doing bhakti also parallelly at the same time. Let me continue. Then it will become all that things of Nama Prad. You're chanting the holy name also, and at the same time, it will feeling that it will purify anyway, which are sinful activities. It will go into the zone of that playing with the holy name and not following the instructions of spiritual master. So like that. Now, so that's what is this. And now next verse, we'll talk about. Okay, we saw this, right? Okay. Yeah. Next verse, we'll talk about one more Sakam Bhakta. See, one was, he's the desirer of moksha. See, Jara Marana Mokshaya, Mam Ashrita Yatanti Ye, Te Brahma Tadvidu Kritsnam, Adhyatmam Karma Chakhilam. Okay. Yes, Tanmay Prabhu.
Translation. Intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death take refuge in me in devotional service. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental life.
Okay, here first two lines talk about that another bhakta, that is Jara Marana Mokshaya. Now he is desiring liberation. Mam Ashrita Yatantiye. That's how he's taking. See, first, can anybody say who are the Sakama Bhaktas that Krishna mentioned? And I'm telling this is the fourth Sakama Bhakta. Can anybody say what are the first? Which were the previous Sakama Bhaktas?
Artho,
Artho,
Artharthi,
One. Okay,
Jigyasu.
raise.
Yes.
So it will be like somebody raise, I will choose accordingly. Okay. Anil Sahu has been always saying. Okay, I'll take Gaurang bro.
The first one is through Artha.
Yes. Tell the names, that's it.
Artha, Artharthi, Jigyasu and Gyani.
Gyani also?
No, not Gyani, sorry.
Not Gyani?
The first three are there already.
Why not Gyani? Anybody else? Okay, let me see. Who else will answer this? Okay. Was raise his hands. Yeah, Himanshu too.
Gyani was Niskam.
Very good. Gyani is Nishkam. I asked the question. Kami. Sakama Bhakta, I said. So here is a devotee also, Sakama Bhakta, and Jnani is Nishkama. That is a difference. So here he is desiring moksha. Jarana Marana Mokshaya. So, and please note that this is not that he wants this. Again, liberation has a very big word. All of you might have heard, like, there are, how many kinds of liberations are there? Can anybody say?
5 kinds of liberation.
Oh, what are that? Who's that?
Myself, Aradhan Das Puji.
Aradhan. Okay,
Sorry,
tell me which is the 5 kind of.
Puji, I don't know the Sanskrit names,
You tell.
but I can tell in English.
Okay, tell in English.
So,
We want the subject matter.
Yeah. So one is like they want to merge with the Lord. That
Okay.
is Sayuj. Then
Sayuj.
there is like living on the same planet as Lord. Then
Salukya.
living with same opulence as the Lord.
Sarishti. Okay.
Same form of the Lord.
Sarupya.
No, sorry.
Sarupya.
Okay.
It's there.
Okay. And I'm remembering the last one.
Anyone?
Living very close to the Lord.
To the Lord. What is that called?
Samipya.
Very good. So this is not, because yes, is not, because Jarana Moksha, but Mamashrita. So liberation. Always don't block your mind, freeze your mind. Liberation matlab merging. Liberation matlab merging. Liberation matlab merging. Arey, liberation matlab so many things are there. Even you can call going to Golok, the living entity's ultimate liberation is going to the Golok. Even that is called. It's a stretchable word, but you should see the context and see where it is applied, whom it is talking about. Otherwise, we'll think that Jnani also. If you don't see the context of that Jnani properly, how Krishna is glorifying, then if you just simply say that Jnani is impersonalism, doesn't suit good. It's a Jnana Mishra Bhakta. Like that. So he's saying that intelligent people who are endeavoring for liberation from old age, yes, he wants to get out of this old age and get out of this and take refuge in my devotional service. And he also knows what is Brahma. He also knows what is Adhyatma. He also knows what is Karma. So these 3 words Krishna uses means this devotee, the above one who wants this liberation, also knows what is Brahma, what is Adhyatma, what is Karma. So these 3 words, I'm not going to explain it because Krishna will explain this in the next chapter, because this is a link which is going to the next chapter. So after saying he uses these words, again he will use 3 more words. Same, these devotees, those who are surrendering to me, or these Sakama Bhaktas or Nishkam Bhaktas, they know some more words. They know what is Brahma, they know what is Adhyatma, they know what is Karma, like that they say. And again, in next verse also, they will here Krishna will add a few more, and Arjuna will begin the next chapter with questioning. Oh, in the last chapter you said, what do you call, what is Brahma, what is Adhyatma, what is Karma? You use this 5-6 terms, 7 terms you used it. Can you? So next chapter begins with those terms only. So like that. Okay, read this. Our what is BLN Shekhar Prabhu.
4 kinds of impure devotees who engage themselves in the transcendental service of the Lord achieve their respective goals. And by the grace of the Supreme Lord, when they are fully Krishna conscious, they actually enjoy spiritual association with the Supreme Lord.
Yeah, which is nothing but liberation. And when the 4 kind of impure devotees are saying, who are these 4 kind of impure devotees? Anyone? Again. Quick. Yeah, Anil Prabhu.
जी आश्री भावम माम maya ज्ञानिम muda and naradama.
Wrong. Somebody else.
अर्थ जिज्ञासे अर्थार्थो ज्ञानी.
And wrong. You said one wrong. That's why. What is it? 4 kind of impure devotees. Avinash Prabhu.
Artho, Artharthi, Jidnyasu, and this moksha.
Exactly. Very good. This is one. Impure, that Jnani is pure, Baba. His Nishkam. Please don't misunderstand. That's why I said total 5. Krishna is telling 4 in that Jnani is Nishkam, and this is the fourth what you call Sakami Bhakta, who wants Jarana Varana Mokshaya. Okay, good. Now continue.
But those who are worshippers of demigods never reach the Supreme Lord in his supreme planet.
You see, here about now somebody answered, even if you answered demigod don't reach only. Demigod worshippers don't reach only. There is a question of putting them into impure devotees. In other sense, you can say they are impure devotees, but they are not the one who was talking about here. Okay. Next.
Even the less intelligent Brahman realized persons cannot reach the supreme planet of Krishna known as Golok Vrindavan.
Yeah.
Only persons who perform activities in Krishna consciousness, Mam Ashritya, are actually entitled to be called Brahman because they are actually endeavoring to reach the Krishna planet.
Okay, so that I said that Brahman and that next verse. But this is the final one. He's adding few more terms. This will flow into the next chapter. Don't have to worry. Sadi bhuta adhidaivam mam sa adi yagnam chaye viduhu pranayana kale pichamam te vidhur yukta chetasa. Okay. Yes. Deepak Prabhu.
Those in full consciousness of me, who know me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of the material manifestation of the demigods and of all methods of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death.
So this is 9th and 10th is flowing. So what is Adi Bhuta? That is the governing principle of material. What is Adi Deva? How he is the governing of all the demigods? How Adi Yagna? He is the controller. He is the main sacrificer. All these terms will be known. Antakale. These all things are known to the devotee. He knows all things. What is Brahma? What is in the previous verse? What is Brahma? What is Adhyatma? What is Karma? What is Adi Bhuta? What is Adi Deva? What is Adi Yagna? And what is... So they all know it and they remember him. They do not lose this at the end of, even when they are prayana samaya kale. Sorry, prayana kala samaya. Yes. So these 6 terms which you have heard, this is known to his devotees, like that it is ending. So now when Arjuna starts the next chapter, in the 8th chapter, attaining the supreme or attaining the absolute. There he starts with saying that, hey, you use this 7 terms. Can you explain them? Like that, the first 2 questions of next chapter starts with this only. So that will take later. And the next when we become. So to conclude with, yeah, I'll just read it. Many subjects have been discussed in this chapter. That is the chapter 7. The man in distress, the inquisitive man, the man in want of material necessities, knowledge of Brahman, knowledge of Paramatma, liberation from birth, death, and disease, and worship of the Supreme Lord. However, he who is actually elevated in Krishna consciousness does not care for the different processes. He simply directly engages himself in activities of Krishna consciousness and thereby factually attains his constitutional position as an eternal servitor of Lord Krishna. In such a situation, he takes pleasure in hearing and glorifying the Supreme Lord in pure devotional service. He is convinced that by his doing so, all his objectives will be fulfilled. This determined faith is called Dhrida Vrata, and it is the beginning of Bhakti Yoga or transcendental loving service. This is the verdict of all the scriptures. The 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita is the substance of that conviction. So thus we end. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports to the 7th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of knowledge of the Absolute. So thus we end the first 7th chapter from this Bhakti Yoga section. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So before some of you leave, before I open this forum for question and answers, please note next 2 weeks means next 2 weeks we don't have any sessions till, let us say, tomorrow 9th till 24th. We don't have, it means these 2 weeks we don't have any sessions because I myself is also not available because we're going for marathon book distribution, and also this is an opportunity for all of you also to make your own plans or go for book distribution of Srila Prabhupada. And so this is an exclusive time. Usually December we are supposed to go out, and outside it's very difficult to do. At least I'm not capable of multitasking. So then we'll come in the December ending month, and then January, then we'll continue. Since the time is given to me, and I will be losing 2 weeks in between. So 1 week is covered because we have taken last 3 classes. So mostly in December ending and January 1st week, I may take 3. After that, we'll go with 2. Sorry for that, because I'll cover this another week of 2 classes. So that is my humble request. You may have to bear with me on this. So kindly forgive me for that. And I'm extremely thankful that all of you are patient. I have that patience to hear me. Or whatever you say, torture that you have to hear. But anyway, I have to also serve you, and with whatever best capacity I have, I can serve in that way. So please note it. Shantanu Prabhu, please kindly note and send a notice accordingly. However,
Yes,
I
sir.
request all of you to please do. It's not easy that one stroke we understand. It took so many years for me to understand Gita. I'm yet to understand it completely. So read Prabhupada's purports and then try to relate. Then your revision will be strong. At least remember the split. In one sense, this chapter, if you want to simply remember and split, simple. Krishna is telling about himself incomplete. That is one section. And he's telling about who all surrender, who do not surrender. That's all. If you wanted to, if you either you figure out your own ways to remember in short, so that then next opens up. Then you should be able, okay, what does he mean when he's saying I can be known incomplete? Oh, hear him. Then he will talk about his all spiritual energies, material energies, and 3 modes. What does he mean by surrender? Oh, who all surrender, who do not surrender, who surrender to somebody else. So therefore, finished. More or less, you grasp the chapter. As soon as 8th chapter somebody tells, you should be able to know. It talks about 4 kind of people who surrender, do not surrender, who surrender to demigods, who surrender to the impersonal aspect, and the energies of the Lord, knowing in essence, in principle, Krishna. That's it. If that much is also known, then you can talk. Otherwise, sometimes devotees pull anything from Bhagavad Gita, relate to anything wherever they want, and relish. The other doesn't know, then he is bewildered. Okay, it is coming from Gita only, but I should know from where is it coming from where. So that's what I can say. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So, any questions, Prabhus? Yeah, Abhishek, Prabhu.
Raji, like about this fourth kind of this impure devotee we heard today, can you just elaborate more about that Sakam Bhakta? Means what I am feeling is that he also be the part of that three categories, na? Artho, Artharthi, Jigyasu. Like earlier he was like that. Now he is practicing bhakti, but again he is like
Actually,
Sakam.
about this person only, the other section will start. He comes more in a what do you call? Eh, um, this other chapter will actually flow towards that only. So yes, because Krishna says this is another Sakama Bhakta who wants liberation. See, if you see first three, if you carefully see, first one wants what? Artha.
Yes.
Arth, right? Next wants what? Next one wants what?
Artharthi basically
No, Jignasu, three. They are
Jignasu.
in the one is asking something else from all these three. You are able to sense it. He's asking liberation.
Yes.
From pure devotional point of view, you may say, liberation, is it wrong that we also ask for? Oh, he's asking liberation, but from pure devotional level point of view, it's still short, right? What is our definition of pure devotion? Anyabilashita shunya. We don't even desire for liberation. We don't even will ask. Although you see, there is nothing wrong if somebody asks for liberations in the spiritual world, like I want to be in the planet of the Lord, I want to be near to the Lord, I want to what do you call? Is there anything wrong in that? No, but a devotee, what does Kapil Dev says? I don't want if there is no seva involved in that. That is the beauty. And not to speak of devotee. Devotee don't want, he says that I don't want any of these liberations, even which is very close to the Lord, which is like in the planet of the Lord. Devotees don't even aspire for that. What to speak of Sayuja? Getting the point, bro?
Yes, Guruji.
So this is a separate category easily. So Krishna he is still called as Sakama because the reason is still is desiring liberation.
Thank you.
That is the point.
Guruji,
Okay.
can I ask one more like later?
Yeah, maybe I'll just complete that.
Okay.
All our two devotees. Yes, Anil bro.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, in the shloka number 27, Prabhuji,
27. 1 minute. Let
2
me go.
points.
27. Okay.
You told 2 points, Prabhuji. Iksha and
Mhm.
Dvesha, and in Sambhvam you told Dvanda and Moha. So these both are the power of the Maya, through that we will be covered, Prabhuji. So you give the example of watching movie also, and that we are
Yeah.
thinking that we are side of the hero or we are side of the cricketer. Prabhuji, my question is this, Prabhuji, like if you told that Dvanda and Moha is covered, because in the current life, no one is free from Dvanda and Moha, then no one can practice the Krishna consciousness. If the person only free from Dvanda Moha can liberate or can only practice Krishna consciousness. So how to apply this in our personal life, that look, how to do the practice then? If because I'm also in Dvanda and Moha every time, and without Dvanda Moha, I cannot
You
live
have
the
done
life.
the moha of what?
Dvanda Moha, in some cases, whatever the families or friends or anywhere, we are always in Dvanda and Moha. So I'm thinking like that. And how can we free from this? And if I free also, then I'm feeling like alone, because I did not make any relationship with anyone in life, like uh, alone something. In that case, also I am not able to practice. Then how to sort out this problem?
Serve the great souls. Prabhupada already saying in that verse. If you want to practice, get out of this dvanda and moha, your bhakti can be determined. Serve the great souls. Serve the Vaishnavas. Yeah. Because when you serve them, they shower mercy. When you hear them, they dispel your dvanda and moha. And dvanda moha, yes, we are all in the modes, surely. It's almost always, we are not, and can a devotee be in the, can a devotee be under the clutches of modes or not? Tell me.
Pure devotee is not there, but
Yeah,
we are
good.
there.
So we are pure devotees.
No.
So what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to practice the process. Yes, to the degree you are eager, you have a good, you are inquisitive and you are trying to work. Yes, that means I have to do something more in order to what you call, get the mercy of Vaishnavas, understand the subject matter. Yes. So serve the great souls, serve the Vaishnavas. That will
Guruji, if
help you.
someone is free from Dvanda Moha, matlab, he did not speak, or what is the symptoms of that person?
What?
If someone is free from Dvanda Moha, for even if we serve great souls also, we will be Dvanda with the great souls.
We will be Dvanda with the great souls. What does it
We are
mean?
become Moha with the sweet souls. We will be like him or dislike him, something we can do.
Yeah, that is because what to do. That is your understanding of great soul. That's why we have to associate more and hear them deeply in order to understand, read. Yeah, because if you just go by the external features of great souls also, you'll be bewildered. That's what happened with, what you call, King Raghugana. What he felt about Jada Bharat. Just by seeing this Maharaj looks very nice. And or that Maharaj speaks very nice. Some may not be speaking, but they may be still great souls, right? And for that matter, great souls are very far way to get. But surrounding devotees, are they fools or what? No, right? They're also practitioners. Yeah. So they may not be pure, but they're also practitioners. When it comes to living entities in this material world, the devotee, the people whom we are staying at, they are best of the living entities who has accepted Krishna. Now, everybody is in a struggle. That's why it's very important for us to see. We should have three kinds of devotees. When we say, no, Sajatiya, Snigdha, and even the senior Vaishnavas. So there should be some devotees whom our frequency matches with. Yeah, because everybody matching frequency, it's difficult. And there should be some what you call, devotees who are Signa, with whom we have that sweet kind of sweetness. I feel very comfortable with that, because that is also very important. And there should be some who should be advanced than us, senior to us, practicing from so many years. Because if you just say, okay, I have a nice relationship with devotee, but in equals in generally, there is not much scope of advancement. Why? Because equal, no? The familiarity can come easily. But with some senior who has practiced, it becomes easy. So senior will pull, equal will have that snigdhaness, that this thing, and there will be devotees with good frequency. So this is said in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Barupa Goswami. We all need it. We cannot say that, Prabhu, my relation with all devotees is equal, and not possible. Not possible. How it's everybody has some flavors. Yes, but when it comes to respecting, when it's to being with Vaishnavas, we don't disrespect them. We don't commit offenses to them. That is. But yes, I have liking for some devotees. I have liking for this. But when I come into Sangha of big devotees, I respect everything. Is it okay?
Uji, what I understand from your answer, that some Dvanda and Moha is good also. When
It's
we
good. See, I has to get rid, Prabhu, eventually. It's not that Dvanda Moha is good. I did not say that at all.
Like coming into the contact with devotee, we are also creating new Dvanda Moha. Na?
Nobody is creating, Prabhu. Dvanda Moha is already there. Where is creation of Dvanda Moha? If you are creating, yes, then you are creating. We are already in Dvanda Moha. Please try to understand. Material world means there will be till the time you are not coming to the right understanding who you are, who Krishna is, what is this material world. You are still in Dvanda only, Dvanda Moha. And when we are practitioners of Krishna consciousness, yes, what I'm saying is when you are practitioner of Krishna consciousness, because we are not pure, because we are not understand the subject matter completely, because we were already in the Dvanda Moha, that even creeps into us in the devotees category. We start seeing that it is our fault. It's not that we create some Dvanda Moha. We are already having that, and we are coming to the path in order to get rid of that. For that, you need Vaishnava Sangha. For that, you need association of great souls. For that, you need the subject matter to go into deeply. Is this point clear?
Yes,
yeah.
Thank you.
Don't say that we create. It's already there. What you create? Maya has sufficiently created for us to bewilder.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Mandar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So here, same in verse number 27, what it was talking about, Ichha and Dvesh and these all things. So these all things are negative aspects. So I just want to know about somebody who has gone beyond that. He also have likings and dislikings, just like having desires. He has some likes and dislikes.
Okay.
Because everyone is a soul, means personality itself is there, no? Individuality.
Yes.
Yeah. So desire and hatred, we say in other sense, likings and dislikings. So it exists property of the soul itself also, no? But perverted now because of material contamination. Is it
Correct.
true? Because sometimes when we hear such verses, it feels okay. That means there is one has to become desireless. Such initial shlokas like that.
Yeah, Prabhu, even if we become spiritual, no? we all will have our desires. There is there is nothing wrong in that. We are personalities. Firstly, try to understand. But when we are talking about ichha and dvesha in the material world, that is an ichha desha for who? For what is the purpose behind it? Our own ichhas, my own desire, my own enjoyment. And when it comes to devotees as an individual, yes, everybody is a personality. Like some devotee likes sweet, somebody devotee doesn't like sweet. Is it a big controversy? He's liking and he doesn't like. He may respect it, but it doesn't. Body doesn't allow. South Indians they can't eat your bhakri here in Maharashtra. So will you call that as a big thing? No. See, certain traits will be there because we have a body, Prabhus. But what is the overall constitution of the body? Or a constitution of the body, everybody is made up of metal energy. And the soul is there, which is Krishna's part and parcel. But from the utility point of view, our ichha, should be for serving Krishna. And that's why best is what we do in this anukulyasa sankalpa pratikulyasa varjana. That's why I say accept that is favorable for devotion service and reject that is unfavorable for devotion service. Like if my rejecting certain things, hating certain things is causing inconvenience to many Vaishnavas, is displeasing Krishna, oh, that is certainly not correct. But if it is like, it's a small things like, I don't like this juice, I don't like Karela, because one devotee used to take, as soon as he takes this dodka sabji, immediately his body will have goosebumps. Immediately what do you say? No, you should eat because this is prasad. Prasad, he respects is no doubt, but everybody has it. Prabhupada is a personality. He likes puris, he likes kachoris. At this age, many of them cannot digest kachori even now. Prabhupada used to take. So these choices, small things. It's an individual. We've come from different bodies, different regions, different things. These things should not become. The main thing is where is that overall? Where is my overall? Previously, when Ichha Dvesha, here it is saying, what is this Ichha? To separately enjoy from Krishna. You getting the point? And slowly, devotees, Ichha will be only to serve Krishna. What Dvesha he does? He dvesh those who are against Krishna. Or if you have that kind of tendency, then anger should be shown towards those who are Dveshi Janas. Is it clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Haribol. Yes, who was there? Our what is Abhishek Prabhu was wanted to ask. Yes, Prabhu.
I was just it is a basic question actually from 7.25 where we were discussing about the demons.
7.25 about the
demons we were discussing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Pruji, as you mentioned that for them Krishna is only like something as extraordinary person or someone. But like when we see that in the case of Hiranyakashipu, like when he was giving that philosophy when the Hiranyaksha died, after the death of Hiranyaksha, so like he is aware about the philosophy, then is it that like he is aware about the Supreme Lord also, but he don't want, but he is rebellious against him? Can we say like that about demons?
Come again, what you said last line?
Means in Hiranyakashipu's case, as we see that after the death of Hiranyaksha, he was speaking pure philosophy of soul. Okay, so he's aware about the philosophy, then he may aware about Lord also in one sense. That I was.
That's why I was just trying to remember one line which His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj said at the same time Prabhupada said as well. Philosophy without character is useless. You getting?
Yes, please.
What does it mean? You may have nice philosophy. And what to speak of Hiranyakashipu? Even today, many people are there in India. They don't know many things. They know also what is Atma. They don't know what is soul. They don't know what is Krishna. But when it's character in the sense, what is their practice? What is their actual understanding? Do they live by it? Because you see, Prabhu, one who understands the philosophy, digest, he will live by it, right? right? If Hiranyakashipu is really talking that, then why does he go against Vishnu? Getting the point? But in order to, there in the context, he wants to give what? He wants to give just solace to his family members. So in order, and you see how much duplicity, just to give solace to somebody, he's speaking like that, but his intention is not that. So that is what the character, having something, doing something. Is it clear?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
Thank
you. Okay. Okay, Shrikar. Yes, Prabhu, Shrikar, Prabhu.
Guruji, I'm like having like confusion 28th verse what we have discussed.
Okay, 28th verse. What is the confusion?
Is like a person who has like previously pious and whose sinful actions are completely so. As we discussed, and you also stated, there is no prerequisite to come into bhakti.
Okay.
But it has to be sinful. It has to be completely sins to be completely eradicated. So, like what I was understanding, whenever they come to bhakti, at least they chant the holy name once, and by which they get completely eradicated by sins. So that's how they practice with the determination. So is that understanding is correct or no?
No. See, when to come to bhakti, what kind of naam one takes? Is it a Shuddha naam he takes?
No, it's not Shuddha naam.
What is it? Nama, what does he, Nama bhas he takes?
No,
Nama or at the initial stages when he doesn't have anything, at least. But that naam is adding to his spiritual credit. Right? But in order to practice, you see, if he has that, exceptional cases will be there, immediately taking the holy name, immediately. That means their previous lives, they are already attached to devotional service. That's how they are. Sometimes we find some people chanting little bit, and that will be seen as the further what are his activities. If somebody is practicing so strongly Dridavata later, that will be seen by that. You're getting the point? But yes, don't just expect, oh, somebody has come in our temple also, they come, chant one round, and they go. Many of them don't hardly bother to chant. Many of them come, they had. But what has happened with that holy name? Oh, that has added into their Sukriti. Many of them added because aapne bola hai karne ke liye kar liya. But you see, a devotee, he doesn't chant the holy name. He has the understanding. What is the holy name? What is it? Wouldn't we like to know what is Naam, Roop, Guna, Leela of Krishna? Otherwise, what it is meant for? Yes, it is just for initial stages. Yes, yeah, take to the holy name. At least you begin his spiritual life on the eternal level. When he will go back home, we don't know. But at least we have begun his process. That is the thing, where we glorify or where we appreciate it. And at the same time, surely, Prabhu, why don't you find people after chanting one round, don't you find they don't do sinful activities? After doing 16 after chanting 16 also, people tend to follow in, sinful activities. What to speak of? After understanding philosophy of Prabhupada also, then what to speak of? What do you expect from them? Is it not? What I'm saying is, what do you call it? Completely theoretical. Getting my point? So that's why Prabhupada asked, what do you call, why Maya is so strong when the purpose is to serve Krishna? What did Prabhupada answer? I gave that answer. Your purpose is not strong. That's what Prabhupada said. Okay, Shrikar Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we shall stop here. Thank you very much, Shantanu Prabhu. Grateful to all of you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Wish you all the best for
Thank
your
you, Prabhuji.
book distribution, this thing. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Bol.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.